Hey, it's 5 o'clock. Enough of that nonsense. Oh, I amuse myself. Hey, everybody. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Thomas. Uh, it's welcome to Murder Table Monday. It is 5 o'clock, and I'm hoping your Monday's just wonderful. See if I can adjust this a little bit so I can see the. No, no, it's not working. Go there. Technology. Nope, nope, nope. Wrong direction. Wrong direction. Hold on. There we go. See, I need to be able to see me. I don't know. It's like talking in the mirror. Hey, I'm going to set my Linwood Funeral Home countdown timer so I don't forget. There we go. And the clock is ticking. It's Monday. I'm hoping your Monday was okay. Yeah, you can't ask for much more than an okay Monday. Look, there's Gary, and I see people saying hi, Jack. Hey, Bill. I didn't see Jack pop in, but Jack, if you're there, hey. Let's see. Let's scroll back. Scroll back. There he is. Halloween Jack is in the house. Good to have you here. So I didn't have time because babysitting duties extended slightly, and I didn't have time to make myself a fresh pot of coffee. So I went rooting around in the refrigerator, and I just happened to find this hiding in the back behind something that I was afraid to touch. It's a double blizzard. Double blizzard. Mad D brought that over when we were filming. It's Independent Brewing, handcrafted. So it's after 5 o'clock. We're gonna pop that and have that instead of coffee. Darbarian says my favorite. Hey, Dr. Z, welcome. And there's Grandpappy. Bill Schaefer, X-1. I don't know what that means. Is that the Godzilla film? We are not in the subterranean laboratory. And Halloween Jack, if you want to come up with a couple of trivia questions, you're here in the house, and that would be welcome. Or I can resort to the box version. But you know, this week is last week. Well, the week that since we've been together, I got a package in the mail and did a heck of a lot of filming. Oh my goodness, did we film? And uh, let's go with the package first. Go with the package. So, a couple of months ago, it's been a while. I was watching Twitch. I was watching Cinema Insomnia with Mr. Lobo, and he had a campaign where he was raising money to get this episode made into a DVD, and there was also a drawing involved. And I donated some money. I became a what do they call them? Producer? What producer? And along with being the producer, I got a gift. I got swag. I think that's what the Hollywood people call it, swag. It was an old radio show, says Bill. Bill said X-1. It was an old radio show, X-1. Pretty good stories. Mad Darbarian said, yes, we filmed 10 episodes of Cemetery Cinema in 6 days. And I got some editing to do there, buddy. Hey, John, greetings from Massachusetts, which is slowly defrosting from the latest blizzard. Will you stay warm up there, John? So I got a package from Mr. Lobo. Let me show you what was in it. An official Mr. Lobo magnet, which will look awesome on my refrigerator. A Button, they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. Gary, Gary, you are in the DVD, and a Mr. Lobo bumper sticker, or let's just call it a sticker, because depending on your bumper, you might want to put it somewhere more prominent. Mr. Lobo. Gary says, we got some X-1 episodes in my iTunes library. I'm going to have to check it out. And here's the really cool thing. The Cinema Insomnia, it's called Mr. Lobo Returns to Monster Bash, Frankenstein meets Space Monster. But if I don't, you probably can't see that. Let me get it real close. Look at that. Look there. Bottom line. Dr. Dread of the Monster Channel and Gary. Me and Gary were babysitting Mr. Lobo's laptop, and we ended up part of the show, which was a funny story. But that was really cool. Yeah, in the package, I got 2 DVDs, and since the Mad Barbarian is a big cemetery, he's big. Whoa, big guy. He's a fan of Mr. Lobo and Cinema Insomnia. That's a mouthful. I presented it to him. It was very formal presentation. Okay, here, my name is in the credits. But thank you, Mad D says we see it. And Gary says, "Hi, Bill." So I wasn't expecting that. I forgot that I had become a producer, and so it was a nice surprise. I love surprises in the mail that don't cost me, that aren't bills. Well, another item that came in the mail. The Indian just said hi, or did he say how? He said hi. How are you? Hi, how are you? The bearded wolf heard him. Terry, whatever illegal substance you may be on, I didn't hear a thing. But so also, preceding week in the mail, I was watching a YouTube channel I'm subscribed to called Monster Gab. And I consider him a friend now because we've talked back and forth several times on Facebook. He sent me stuff, I sent him stuff. But Tom from Monster Gab, and on his channel, he was doing a book review of Who Goes There, a book by John W. Campbell Jr. And the book it's the story upon which The Thing, the Howard Hawks film, and The Thing, the John Carpenter film, is based upon. And it's not a long read, but so he did a review. I looked on Amazon, and for a short book, it was a little pricey on Amazon. I think it was like $15. I don't know. I'm old school, you know. So I went on eBay and I found a copy for $10, and that came in the mail. Look, it's not a thick, meaty book, and I ordered a copy. Oh, look, Mr. Lobo sent me a note too. It says, Doc Dredd, thanks for helping us with the episode, and I look forward to seeing you at Monster Bash. That's cool. But anyhow, back to the book. So I started reading it today, and I'm halfway through, and pleasantly surprised. I don't think Tom, when he reviewed the book, did it quite the justice it deserves. It's closer to the Carpenter version than the Howard Hawks version. So I'm looking forward to finishing it. Probably tonight. It's like less than 90 pages long. If you've read it, don't give away the ending. I'm not sure how it's going to end. Ah, Halloween Jack says it's a great book, and Thomas says it was originally just a short story. Yeah, there's an explanation in the forward of where it came from. It was like in Astounding Stories, a sci-fi magazine, and the editor of the magazine is the one who wrote the short story. So this is the 90-page version, and from what I've read in the forward, there is another version that's about 45 pages longer that takes place prior to where this story picks up. But McReady is the character in the book, and I can't help when I'm reading it to see Kurt Russell's face with the sombrero, the sombrero with the brim flipped up. Hey, Ralph from Florida. I hope that monkey found his brain. If you're not following Ralph on Facebook and seeing his reels with his amazingly talented cats and his Florida-based monkey, you don't know what you're missing. That's all I'm going to say. You don't know. You don't know what you're missing. Okay, John says, today in movie history is the very first screening of King Kong at the RKO Theater in New York. And what an appropriate place to have that movie open up, to screening New York. I love King Kong. Watched it whenever I could when I was a kid. And I have in my DVD collection, I have the original Kong. I got 2 of the Jack Black King Kongs. I got Kong Skull Island, which is fun. Kong versus Godzilla. I'm a Kong fan. And I don't know where I am now. I've just been rambling. Ralph says hello. I already said that. And Thomas, the short story. Yes. So, but thank you, John, for that information. I love movie history and stuff, especially, horror, sci-fi, that sort of stuff. Oh, this is good. Well, I had the other can before. The Mad Barbarian believes that Godzilla rules. And I won't hold that against him. I mean, Godzilla's okay. And I can't get through Godzilla. What the heck's it called? Shin Godzilla. I started it. I found a copy of it, Shin Godzilla, on archive.org. It doesn't feel legal. I know, it doesn't feel legal. I found a copy of it on there. Good copy. Not filmed in a theater or, there's no people popping up going for popcorn or hitting the restroom. But I found it on archive.org and downloaded it probably about a year ago. And I finally got to the part where the monster pops out of the ocean, but I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. Tell me I should stick with it and that I should try it. Not a Shin fan. Not too good. That from the Mad Barbarian. The Mad Barbarian doesn't like Shin Godzilla. Okay, well, maybe it's not just me. I heard it was really good. And the Bearded Wolf says that is a good website. Archive.org. If you're not watching the Monster Channel, or, you've seen the movie that's on the Monster Channel way too many times, and you're looking for something else, you go on archive. You may have to fish, and sometimes it's going down a rabbit hole, but I downloaded, and once again, it probably is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how legal it is. Maybe the FBI should be knocking at my door. I got Mad Max, Road Warrior, and that third one, which isn't as good as the other two, Thunderdome. I found them on archive.org, and they're now in my digital library, which I really hope not to hear knocking at the door or see the black vans pull up outside, end up down in Alligator Alley, because archive.org, check it out, if you haven't. If you're not, Anyhow, hey Lynn, welcome to Murder Table Monday. Hello everyone. Lamia's old poet is in the house, and it's good to have you here. Lynn, are you published? Do you have a book? Or where have your poems appeared other than Lamia's Haunted Hotel, Horror Hotel, Haunted Horror Hotel? Wheels had to connect. Clutch wasn't fully engaged. Horror Hotel. Yeah, Lynn, are you published anywhere? I have a book of poems. That's right. I write. Used to. Thunderdome. Thank you, Halloween Jack. Yes. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Back when I was a security guard, especially at night, you got to keep your brain awake. And so I wrote a whole bunch of dark, disturbing, it's dark humor. Nothing, not that kind of dark. I think it was dark funny poetry. I have a book. I have like 100 different poems, and Mrs. Dredd said that I should self-publish or see what I can do about getting them out there, and I don't know. And I got a short story. Got a short story in an Ed Wood book that I wrote. There I go tooting my own horn. Ralph says, I'll check out that site. She's cute. Lamia is cute. Archive.org is the website. Check that out. I don't know if you can find Lamia's website anymore. She's retired. Okay, Terry, archive.org is great. Lots of public domain and some that's not. Oh, and it's not just movies, right? There's books. There's books, magazines you can download. Some of them you borrow. I don't know how that works, but it's a really cool website. Lynn says, Terry says, Lynn, are you close to Louisville, Kentucky? Lynn says he's working on a couple of books, and he's had a few things published years ago, nothing major. Lots of lyrics, though. Oh, that's cool. For music projects. Lamia was his inspiration to return to poetry. She was my muse. Aw, that's sweet. Doc, if your poems, oh, wait a minute, it went by. Doc, if your poems are as good as your art, I would love to see it. I think I know where the book is. It's like a school composition book that I have like some poems in. Lynn said they're dark. They're dark humor. It's I thought it was funny. It kept me awake. I got to scroll back a little bit here. Oh, it's not going to let me. I'm going to look at my phone. Okay. I would share some of those poems with you, Terry. Maybe I'll bring the book along to Monster Bash. Gary's finding quite a few songs on the internet, on Internet Archives to add to his collection. Yeah, they have audio files too. Halloween Jack says they have a ton of good horror magazines on archive.org. Yeah, if you're into any genre, really, I would definitely check out archive.org. It's throwing it out there. Don't tell them I sent you. Don't bring me up. Don't talk to the feds. Always lawyer up. Hey, Vincent. Word up, my friend. Good to have you here. And there's Adam. Hey there. I also have a book published on Amazon and Kindle. Adam has a published book. Terry says, Lynn, I will be in Louisville in May for HorrorCon. Come on out. And that sounds like a good time because uh, Terry, Tom, I love you guys, and I've never met Lynn in person, but for the past couple of years, I feel like I know him. I really do, and he seems like good people. So I would love to. I'd love to be able to do that. To go down and hang out with both of you. That would be great. Terry says dark humor is my fave. I love that idea for the Bash Doc. Hey, do you think Ron would let me do a poetry reading on stage? I don't know. He lets that Zach Zito guy up there. You think he'd let me get up there and he lets The Rock up there. Maybe I do some dark poetry. You know, put some paste makeup and some dark circles under my eyes to, you know, wear black, snap my fingers a lot like a beatnik. Okay. Lamia and Ray did retire. Any shows still running on various sites are reruns. That, according to the Bearded Wolf. And Halloween Jack says, even though she's retired, her shows are still showing on the Monster Channel. So, with her permission, of course. And check them out. Check out the schedule. Terry says, I love that idea. I don't know if I'd be, I don't know how comfortable. I've really, let me go back. I am an introvert. I really am. And my extrovert self comes out with the show, with Dr. Dread reviews and everything else. I am only slightly comfortable talking in front of groups of people. I used to do it at church for the youth group, and I used to MC some talent shows for the church youth group, and I did a couple of magic shows at church also. But it's funny. I will volunteer to do stuff like that. But then as the time gets closer for me to actually do it, I really start regretting that choice that I agreed to do it. And I've been told I hide it very well on stage, but in reading Tommy Cooper's biography, he was a comedian magician, and from what I understand, he was very uncomfortable also putting himself out there, but he was so good at it. So that's why I wear a fez. That's why I chose the fez. Tommy Cooper, look him up. Gary says he was glad he had a chance to meet Lamia. Gary? Okay, do you really want to read at 2 a.m.? I can make you a dark poet shirt to wear. Terry, you are so sweet. No, by 2 a.m. at Monster Bash, I am not fit to read. But just don't do it. uh, Halloween Jack says, and this is cool. I'm not the only person. Halloween Jack says he's the exact same way. He would be so anxiety filled before going on stage at the Hall of Fame. Normally once I hit the stage and breathe, I'm okay. But I remember one time I was doing a magic show, and I knew my blood pressure went up. I mean, my face turned beet red. I could feel myself sweating. I had like a mini panic attack, and the show was going okay. I mean, I didn't screw up a trick or anything. It was just, it hit me. OMG, I'm on stage and people were looking at me, and I didn't feel comfortable. Uh, yes, Thomas. Tommy Cooper did die on stage. excuse me. Uh, funny guy. British sense of humor. His tricks would always go wrong. And Tommy was doing a stage and it was filmed. And you can look on YouTube and actually see he's on stage and all of a sudden he just collapsed and there was a live audience. They thought it was part of his act. They laughed, they clapped. That's kind of how I would like to go rather than in a hospital or being pushed down a flight of stairs. But he like had a massive heart attack, died on stage, and yeah, you can find it. But he's why I wear a fez. He's the reason I picked a fez for my character. Lynn says that's why I preferred playing bass in the old glory days. Let the singers and the guitarists take the front stage. Hang back with the drummer. And drummers are cool. Halloween Jack says, same here. I was okay once I started the presentation. Oh, but the regret of volunteering that leads up to the foot hitting the stage. Mrs. Dredd always tells me, why'd you do that? Why'd you volunteer to do that? You hate doing that. And it was kind of the same way when we did the table for Horror Host Inc. out of Bash. I don't know. I just didn't. I was lucky to have people along with me to help me feel comfortable when we had the table and we did that. Terry says, Gary, maybe right before it might mean Roll would actually show up for David. Oh, I missed something here. Let me scroll back. Gary says, don't ask to be on after David. David is an act that I would refuse to follow. He's awesome. Mad Barbarian says, I need to die in battle to get to Valhalla. I plan to toss a juice box at the... yeah. The Mad Barbarian tossing juice boxes at that nurse in battle. Okay, Halloween Jack, do you have any trivia questions or you want me to go with the card? Because we're almost at half an hour. And it's fine if you don't. I can just do the card. I'm going to wait for a response. More people would show up for David if we threw juice boxes at him. That's not nice. I love Dave. He's thanks, Halloween Jack. Go ahead and you and start typing that question out whenever you feel comfortable. If you don't know who David the Rock Nelson is, once again, go to YouTube, look him up. He makes his own movies. He's been called the modern day Ed Wood. Here we go. And in honor of the release of Scream 7, they are Scream questions. Terry says, oh, Mad D, I would pay to see that. Mad Barbarian, I like Chad and Bunny's promo for, oh, thank you. Yeah, Chad and Bunny, that was a little old. Did a promo for Murder Table Monday. I posted that on Facebook today. And Halloween Jack says, in order to avoid fights, there are 2 acceptable answers for the first question. Oh, you would love to see me read my poems before David. I'm ready, Halloween Jack. Type away. I'm not sure I'm comfortable reading the poems. I don't know. It seems like I don't know. They're funny. You know, if I get a laugh, I feel more comfortable. So maybe I would start out with some light humor, like tripping on the stage and falling over. And then, Okay, here we go. Who was the very first person killed by Ghostface? Tricky. Ghostface. First Scream movie. Who was the very first person killed by Ghostface? Are you sure, Michael? Michael says Drew Barrymore, but I beg to differ. Think back before Drew Barrymore. Sue, come on. Where you at? Sue's like, she's normally on top of this. I haven't seen her. Did Sue leave? Is Sue in the house? Here we go. Not true. No, no. Okay. Susan says Maureen Prescott, Steve Orth, and Casey Becker. Okay. Ralph says, whoa, 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 boy. Okay. Ralph says, I was a security guard as a younger guy and liked to write. I bet you have some great stuff from when you were writing. It was to keep my brain awake and think of brain worms that rhyme together, and it worked. Sue got it. Sue got it. Thank you, Sue. Michael says it's been a long time since he's seen the movie. It was the mother, right? The mother was the first. Technically, it was Cindy's mom, Maureen Prescott. Yes. Brad says Steve was. Uh-oh. Let me turn that off. My time is up, according to the funeral home. In the movie, it was Casey's. Yes, it was Casey's boyfriend, Steven, in the first movie. That's what we know movie-wise. And then later we find out about Cindy's mom. Not Cindy's mom. Yeah, Cindy's mom. Okay. Halloween Jack, you got a second one? That was a good one. I still have quite a bit of this double blizzard. Good job, Sue. Okay. Howard Jack says, Bone Jangler. Brad, thank you for joining us. He says, hey, Bones, you're disqualified for the second question, and you'll see why. I don't know if Halloween Jack actually was like pointing the finger when he. I like how that looks on camera. Very. Okay. In Scream 2020, also known as Scream 6, actress Mickey Madison was set on fire before being killed. In what other film was she set on fire before being killed? I don't know. Mickey Madison, set on fire. Gary says, hi, Bone Jangler. We got some legends in the house. Lynn, Halloween Jack, the Bone Jangler. It's crazy. And Terry's a legend too. She's just, anybody who goes to a con and has talked to Terry, everybody loves her. Okay, Sue's guessing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that Mickey Madison was set on fire. I don't even know. I'd have to go back and watch Scream 6 again. Sue got it again. Thank you, Sue. See, Brad and Terry, they're showing the love. Okay, well, hey, it is 5:33. Thank you all for making my Monday so much better. Don't forget to watch the Monster Channel. And don't forget that I co-host some crazy wackadoodle show with my friend, the Mad Darbarian. And he'll be able to tell you what we're showing this week because I don't keep track of it. But so Cemetery Cinema can be found at WWON 48 on the Roku channel or their internet website. And we're normally on Fridays at 8 o'clock, but this week we've been bumped. I think we're on Thursday. Come on, Mad D, help us out here. Thursday when? Thursday, and what are we showing? Uh-oh. Mr. Graves' birthday is this coming Friday. Okay, so on Thursday, we're showing a little movie called Long Live the Dead, the sequel, 2. Long Live the Dead 2 at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Lynn, thanks again, Doc. What a great way to brighten up Monday. Love to you all. Thanks. Thank you. Like I said, this really, I look forward to this. I look forward to you guys. So yeah, look, watch the Monster Channel, watch WW148, check out archive.org, and go down that rabbit hole. You may be looking for stuff for 45 minutes before you find just. I was like, oh, you're in shock, like, oh wow, cool, look at what I found, and then you can download. It doesn't cost you anything. Like archive.org. Okay, I hope you. Thank you all. Have a good. Thank you, Halloween Jack. Thank you for the trivia questions. Halloween Jack says, "Hope you all have a good night." Oh, check out John Hammer and Toys in the Attic and his Facebook page and group. They've been doing the Green Hornet on the 86th, 80, like you've been 86th, the show. And then him and Frank and Evan do a show where they talk about movies. Sometimes you can watch a movie along with them, and it's a lot of fun. Look up John Hammer on Facebook. Follow him. Follow Halloween Jack on Facebook. Get all the information from them. Or check out my Facebook page. I normally repost what they've done, and you can see it there. Mad Barry says, "See you next time, Ralph. See you next time." I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting it down, just like those guys in that movie. Shut it down. You know the one I'm talking about. They look like cinnamon bites, from Hellraiser, but they're not. And there's a lounge singer who's Jennifer Connelly, and Shut It Down. Those guys. I'm shutting it down like those guys. Hey, Thomas, nice spending time with you. Hey, check out Monster Gab, too. Monster Gab and their YouTube page. That's where I got the idea to buy that book, Who Goes There, which is really good. Okay. I'm shutting it down.